What's up, everybody? It's your favorite 4 down, 1 to go's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the X-Transbots Motormaster, the toy version, which leaves only Wild Rider left in their arsenal to complete, which is nice. It was weird that this came out before that, but let's just go with it. Let's not make a big deal about it. Anyway, I did buy this. I'll show you why around the size comparison space, but I did have a reason, a method to my madness. Obviously, we've looked at this mold before, so we're not going to show the transformation how we normally do, which is how it comes in packaging, which in this case is from truck to robot. We'll go the opposite way so that both ways are covered on my channel, and we'll kind of talk about the figure and the deco. I've kind of liked their toy representation so far, and I hope that this one's no different. But in order to do any of that, we got to talk about accessories. He comes with his iconic gun. It is a different shade. I think the other one was more pink. This is a much more purple weapon. Once again, beautiful sculpt and fully painted. What more could you ask for? He holds it in the palm of his hand with a typical tab into the palm, true to most masterpieces, and he does it with no problem. It can also be stored on his back with a hole there and a peg on his back. Very similar, actually exactly the same to the original. Although this does feel a little looser. Maybe this one will be better. No. So a little looser, but not, I mean, it still holds, but just a little loose. He also comes with his iconic sword, painted completely silver. Nice sculpt work. If you remember, the other one was kind of a metallic black, so once again, we get a bit of a different variation on it. It, too, can be hung and stored off of his back on these pegs. We will see if the tolerance is any better. It certainly is. And he'll hold it in the palm of his hand with a tab into the palm, similar to most Masterpiece styles, with no problem. So let's talk about the figure. The head sculpt is pretty close, man. I always hated how dumb this looks. And now I still do, but I hate it and love it for the same exact reasons. The metallic pink looks good, the black looks good, the metallic silver looks good, fully painted. The head is on its own hinge, so you can get up, a little bit down maybe, and then the swivel at the box, so to speak. So that all works okay. I still have a hard time getting this completely pegged in. I had the same problem with the original release. I don't know, I guess I should expect it. For the chest, we got some nice deco in here. We have the metallic black, metallic silver, the yellow paint, which is a little touch and go in places, but oh well. And then we have a waist swivel and an ab crunch, and that came undone. And so that's good. We have a butterfly joint at the shoulder. We have metallic silver, almost like a gunmetal for the arms, along with the yellow, which is done better on this arm and this arm than it is on the chest. Ratcheted universal. Get you past 90 degrees, get you all the way around. We have a bicep swivel. We have a single hinged elbow that gets you more than 90 degrees. We have a wrist swivel. The thumb is on a ball peg to a primary and secondary hinge. The fingers are pinned on a base pin knuckle. Each one is individually articulated, and then from the base pin to another primary and secondary hinge. So fully articulated hands. As you can see, we got gunmetal silver. We have the silver, red, and yellow kind of accents on both arms. Pretty well done. As was the first one, to be fair. Then we have the hip skirts. They get up and out of the way. There's some yellow and red detailings on them that are actually pretty sharp. They'll make way for your ratcheted universals. That gets you the full Van Damme. Ratcheted forward and back for the full Monty. It holds it quite well. Thighs are painted black. There's some die cast, I think, in the chest as well as the thighs. The black looks really good. It's like a glossy, and then it comes to a metallic, which usually would be off-putting to me, but in this case, for some reason, I kind of dig it. Back out the camera a taste. We'll look at the lower legs. The silver looks good once again. The red, yellow, and white looks good, very toy-esque. And then we have the purple paint that's done on the feet, and then the silver paint as well. We have ankle tilt down, ankle tilt up, and a rocker. Same for the other side. And we have a view from the back. So, I mean, we already knew this was a pretty decent figure with just a couple quirks, and it kind of remains the same just with a new deco, you know, but I thought it was worthwhile taking a look at it since we've done the others. And there he is. I mean, I know it's a dark shelf. There he is on my little Stunnicon shelf with the robots, the tune, I mean, the toy versions, and with their kind of respective alt modes. In front, You know, and that's kind of what I'm going to have here, and we'll see how it plays out. Missing one, and then we'll get on with it. All right, so let's get him transformed. To start, just turn the biceps 180. That'll get you set up for success with the arms. The most challenging parts of this transformation are right in the beginning. So rotate the arm to the back, and then untab all of this stuff. These hands are like sandwiched in. So open this up, flip this down. I like to have the thumb pointing up and then the hand kind of in a fist. Collapse the bicep. Spin this around so that you form like a square with the hand. Tuck this flap over, bring this down, spin it to the back. So one more time, with the arm towards the back, thumb up, hands in a fist. We're gonna open this flap, bring this down, collapse the bicep, bring this over. Remember that this piece comes down like that. The hand sits nicely in that little cavity. This gray piece flaps over, and this black piece flaps down and collapses, and then you can kind of sit it just against the side. All right, next, in order to get working room, we're just gonna untab the chest. It's on a double hinge, so you can get it way out and out of the way, and then fold these two pieces here into the center. Then disconnect this flap from the side of the truck. Rotate this piece up. You can get these out of the way too. Rotate this piece up, rotate this piece out, plug that in, square that off, and then tab in your arm to the side of the truck cab. We'll do that again. Disconnect it from the side. It has to kind of go up and over. Once again, not the best. All right. And then flip up, flip over, tab in, flip this little panel up here, tab the arm in. You got to pull out the upper cab windshield. Just get it out of your way. That usually disconnects this. You got to pull this away as well. Let me raise the camera just a bit, because this is the part that's kind of a pain. So this comes up, but you can wait. You can kind of, let's get these tires out. I'm getting ahead of myself. Get these tires out. A couple little things to do for prep work. Get the tires out and open up these windshields here. Flip up the collarbone and then fold these pieces back towards the head. Then, oh, you can't do it yet though. Sorry. Start to bend it, get it past the lip there of the cab, then start to fold them up. And then you got to move it through this cavity here, which is not the best, till that sits. Close the windshields, bring down your the roof of the cab. And don't worry about, you're going to tighten it all up later, just kind of get it in the right spot. We'll fold away the flank. You could take these two pieces here, push them towards the center, and then push these two pieces, collapse once, fold up, collapse once, fold up. Then you can push the waist back. If you remember, this was the section that was getting stress marks and having some critical failures before. Seems to be doing okay on mine, once again, so maybe I've gotten lucky twice. And then take your arm sections here, make sure this is all straight, and fold them back and plug all that in to the top and the sides. I think I forgot to do this on the other one when I did it, but you can rotate these pieces here. This will help with securing, because I think that was a thing that people were pointing out to me that I forgot, but you can rotate those two pieces there, and then you can see the tab and hole that it creates. On the back of the legs, open this up here, take the heel, fold it once, fold it twice, bring this piece up, slide this back, fold the wheels down, then you can lock that back in, and we're gonna do the same thing here. So open this up, open this, slide this back, Heel goes once, heel goes twice. Fold the wheels in. Resecure it with that tab there. Spin the lower legs towards the center of the robot. Extend your fuel tank and then this extra piece on both sides. And then collapse the leg. And bring this whole section up and tab it in. Connect the legs. This is a hook that has to go around this piece. Use caution with that. I believe I warned you guys about that before. And bring these pieces up, swing them around, and then fold them up at the middle, and they'll actually tab into the bottom of this gray piece here as well. Up, tab in, fold up. And then you're pretty much just in cleanup mode. We want to tuck these two pieces between the top of the cab and get them to kind of peg in. And that's a tight fit. I'll work that out a bit later. And then you want to get these underneath, and you kind of have to bend plastic against it in order to, like, against its natural kind of placement to get it. But then that's pretty much it. I'll get this bit here cleaned up and we'll take a look at it. And there it is in vehicle mode. And it's beautiful. The other one was beautiful as well. The rubber tires look great on it. The silver accents, the purple metallic, the purple translucent windshields, I almost cursed there because of how good it is. The metallic paint there on the back. I wish that this had it too, but whatever. Red lights there look good. Marker lights, I guess. You could smokestacks. You can pull these up a bit, to be fair. Brake lights. All of the silver accents here in the front, along with the little yellow accents there. A little bit of red love there. Yeah, no issues whatsoever. I'll get the other one just so you can kind of see the, the variations between the two. I dig the silver down here a lot more than the purple. Let's see what else. You can tell that, like, the paint apps are just the paint apps. Like, it's programmed in. This gets it. This doesn't. This gets it, this doesn't, etc., etc. Pretty interesting stuff. But, there's enough deco changes here, mainly from purple to silver, that does make this look interesting. I actually prefer the deco on this one more, which is unfortunate because this one's going to be my my robot mode. But also, if you see here, like, this little gap, not the biggest deal in the world, but, like, it's noticeable on both. And, of course, there it is with Tiger Tracks. And to be fair, it has the little notches here so it can carry MP10's trailer just like the other one. I showed that in the other video if you're interested to see it. Final thoughts-wise, we'll start with the negatives, and they're kind of just the same that it was before, although the abdomen piece on mine seems a little stronger and more stable, perhaps a little bit adjusted, hard to say really. But there's still that piece of getting the head in the cab section through the center of the chest that just isn't tolerance quite right. It's not enough clearance there to really get it smoothly. Some of my yellow paint is kind of hit or miss on the chest specifically, and I do find some of, like, the paint choices to be a little weird. Like, I do kind of miss the paint in the center of the pelvis. Just little odds and ends. But for the most part, I mean, they're nitpicks. I kind of knew exactly what I was getting into with this mold. I've looked at it before. I saw the pictures of what the toy look was going to look like. So my expectations were pretty much consistent with what I ultimately got. Also, I mean, the little things are the same as the last one. Like the little getting this to kind of stay in quite nicely is a little bit challenging, at least for me. Perhaps it's more of an MP instead of a YP. You know what I mean? My problem, not your problem, Mark. But yeah, I mean, couple nitpicks, couple little issues, little bit of a clearance issue here and there, and that's it. Positives-wise, though, the good news is that it also comes with the same great things. Great paint, great sculpt, great articulation, appropriate accessories. I would say 75% of the transformation is pretty fun, enjoyable, and intuitive. The alt mode looks fantastic. There's tons of accents everywhere, translucent plastics, glossy paint, metallic paint. It's built well. There's ratchets everywhere. It's just it's well done. It continues to be well done. And I'm happy to kind of add them to my collection. And you might be too if you're interested in the toy look. I think you'll be satisfied. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.